this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. I just thought I'd let you know that today I feel like I've hiked up a mountain and rolled down. I think the expression is I feel like I've had a good hiding. Yeah, that'll be the day. Anyway, I'm not too clever and I can't get warm. I just feel cold all the time. The house isn't warm. I've got thermometers around. It's no colder than normal. Because I hadn't heard from the agent about the house, I actually sent an email. Time was getting on, it was after lunch. I thought, anyway. So I just sent an email saying that I'd had information to say that the credit and ID people had finished their report and sent it back to you, and was there any news? And she said, we don't see any problems or anything, but we're still waiting for the landlord to get back to us. I'll tell you as soon as I know. But an expression like "we don't foresee any problems," I like that sort of thing. So that's put me at ease a little bit. I'll start to get a bit worried. And then we have a mystery. This room here contains everything to do with Mum's estate. It's in slightly different places, but I'm organised. So we've got a pile of paperwork to do with the bank and the ISA, because they were the same company. That's all closed down. It has a sheet of A4 folded round it with writing on it saying what's happened and the fact that it's closed. Put to one side. Pension, blah, 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 blah. Writing on it. Finished. Overpaid by one amount. Cheque sent. Finished. Put to one side. And today I'd finished all the inheritance tax forms. So I thought, well, I'll go through, and everywhere where I've put values in, I need to now get evidence. So I'll look up, the various, whether it's attachments to emails or pages in letters or whatever, and either scan in or do whatever, so that when I send these forms off, I can enclose the relevant, validation for the amounts that I put in, the backup sort of thing. And I got to this one. This is the stock, shares and investments, and we got 2 shares certificates. One's with Lloyd's and one's with Santander. And I knew I hadn't put the Santander shares in, so I still had to key that in, which will affect some of the other totals in the other document, but that was just finalisations. Now on this sheet there are 2 lines. I'll read them out. Santander Corporate Bond Share Class A. Next line, amount of stock held. 5804.041. Next line, market price at unit per unit at date of death. 1.342. Total value of stock at date of death. 7,789.02. Next line, Santander UK Growth Share Class A, and figures along those lines. I have no email, no reference whatsoever for those 2 lines of data anywhere in this room, either in the right pile or in the wrong pile or in the bag of rubbish. Now you can't make up data like that, can you? I got it from somewhere. And I'm blowed if I can find out where or remember where. I do remember a conversation with my sister saying, oh, by the way, those bond values I was on about, I actually got the decimal place in the wrong place. It's not 700 quid, it's 7,000. Woohoo! And my sister remembers the conversation. I can't find any backup for those 2 lines of data. And it's driving me up the wall, because it's in this, logically it's in this room somewhere. Now I cleared the table off, because when they piled round on Friday to pick up knickknacks and things they wanted to keep, I needed some signatures. So I cleared the table off and put all the neat piles on the end of the settee, alternating, so that I could pick them up again, without them getting jumbled and all that. So they're all there in one place. And the table just had the inheritance tax forms for them to have a look at if they chose to, and there's a declaration page at the end that all four of us had to sign, so I left that out for them to sign. And there was another document for them to sign as well as executors, so that was a separate matter, that didn't matter. So there's nothing on the table. All the stuff on there is to do with my orchids and is mine. All the other stuff's on the end of the settee. There is nowhere else. So where did I get this data from? Now, all I can think of is this was attachments to an email or something and I've accidentally deleted it. Which, see, if I had an attachment, I'm logical. I've got folders on my desktop, on the laptop desktop. I don't mean on the bit of wood, electronic desktop. And if I'd had an attachment to an email that was relevant to the house or anything to do with Mum's estate or anything like that, I'd have downloaded that and put it in one of the folders, a relevant folder, prior to deleting any emails. I don't remember deleting any emails. So anyway, I don't know where I got this data from. My sister suggested that I actually call in the branch down in Christchurch, near where I live, tomorrow. Take the paperwork in, explain the situation and see if they can, via a search using my mum's name, find what the hell these things are and possibly get me some copies. Oh, I'm going around in circles. And when you're not feeling well, things like that drive you up the wall. Anyway, I've had enough for today now. No coffee. I haven't had coffee for a while. Last time I had coffee, it made me feel cold. This is illogical. So something's not right. I think that flipping booster dose has got me. It hasn't put me down. I'm still on my feet, but I'm not right. Hopefully another decent night's sleep will sort it out. I can't believe, we've had 3 nights on the trot with the fireworks, yeah? It's traditional when firework night is Thursday, Friday or Saturday that on Sunday you give it a rest. Yeah, people have got to get up for work the next day and stuff. No rest. It was about 11:15 when I think it went silent last night. Postman Pat next door, he's up at excuse my French, 3, 4 o'clock to go to work. And he's still getting flipping explosions outside of his window at nearly midnight. Anyway, hopefully it'll be a quiet night tonight. Poor blinking cats, they just cower, trembling, It's upsetting when you see your pets in such a state because you can't comfort them, they don't understand. Anyway, this document has been driving me up the wall all day because I cannot verify these 2 lines because I can't find where I got the information from. And like I said, you can't make up data like that, can you? I got that off of a document somewhere that is written down, and it's got to be to do with Santander, and everything to do with Santander is in a single pile, in date order, right up to today. So I think I'll do what my sister said. Just take the paperwork down, take some ID, copy of the death certificate and the will, so that they've got everything they need to progress, because sometimes they won't deal with you unless you can, sort of identify what it's all about. And just see if they can do a search or something and see what they come up with. Because even if, they've been notified of Mum's death, even though they've been notified that, they must have historical views of things. So if there have been bonds, shares, savings accounts, anything, bank accounts, anything to do with that company, they should come up in a name search. But it's a company you can't phone. They have a generic number, basically, that takes you to some central point. And you spend 5 minutes listening to the information about their website and this, that and the other, and then you sit listening to a piece of music for about an hour and nobody answers the phone. So my sister said she's had dealings with them and the local branch are incredibly helpful and, break their neck to look after you once you walk in the door. So I think we'll do that. I'm not doing it today now, it's too late. Perhaps we'll do that tomorrow and see if we can shed some light on these. This is it. That's all I'm waiting for now, is to resolve where I got that information from, so that I can either scan it in or whatever and be able to attach it to these forms as proof of where these values came from. Plus, I can't find where I got the information from, which means I can't be chasing the actual money that's involved that should come to the estate. It's not to be sniffed at. I mean, the two lines together come to 14,000 quid. We would like to have that money if we're entitled to it. Drive me up the wall. Anyway, I'm going to go and think about what I might like to eat tonight, even though I'm not feeling that hungry at the moment. But I'm one of those, even if I feel lousy, at eat time, I eat. Even if I'm sick afterwards, I will eat, because otherwise you just get weak and then your body can't fight. So, you know, I mean, the trouble is with these vaccines, I know what's going on. Basically, they're grabbing hold of your immune system and giving it a flipping good shake and firing it up. Well, sometimes it fires up a little bit too much and starts having a go at things that aren't actually wrong at the moment. And that's how you get lots of sort of aches and things not right and everything, because your immune system's having a go at stuff it shouldn't be. You know, things that aren't broke yet. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Anyway, I shall see you another time. And yeah, I just thought I'd let you know about the house. It all sounds okay. You know, the agent was very sort of like, the tone of the email was very light-hearted. You know, well, we don't foresee any problems and we're just waiting for the landlord to get back. I'll let you know. And so hopefully that's all it is, just the landlord hasn't responded yet. And we shall see. See you next time. Thanks for dropping by.